The day to manifest stability and abundance, also known as the luckiest day in May, is Saturday, May 18th, as Jupiter conjoins the Sun in a once-a-year Jupiter Cazimi. With Jupiter being the planet of good luck, faith, and optimism, all you need to do is believe. Are you ready? Let's take a closer look and break it down for all 12 signs. My name is Anastasia. I'm a traditional Western astrologer specializing in natal, relationship, and predictive readings. I really enjoy creating content for you guys, and I would appreciate your support. If you had a second, please leave me a like or a comment, subscribe, and press the notification bell. It encourages the YouTube algorithm to show my content to more people and really helps me grow. I appreciate that. You also have the option of saying thank you by buying me a coffee or a tea or croissants, whatever your heart desires. Thank you to everyone who takes advantage of that option. Before we dive in, if you want to know more, you have important questions, you want to know what the year ahead has in store for you, you can find all of my reading options on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com, where you can also schedule your personal Zoom consultation. All of my consultations are recorded, and if you're getting a year ahead reading, you also get a breakdown, a written sort of PDF with the important dates. On my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com, you can also find my planetary creations, such as candles and oils. This is my latest creation, my May candle, and it is Jupiter in Taurus. It has 4 citrine stones because citrine is the stone of Jupiter, and it smells like banana nut bread, which in my head is very rich, very abundant, and connects to Jupiter. This candle is really great for anyone struggling with optimism and hope and sort of, good luck in their life, because when I created it, Jupiter was conjoining the exalted moon, and Venus was also in Taurus, and Venus rules Taurus. So you almost get like the triple firepower with Jupiter, the moon, and Venus. So this can help you find good luck. This can help you find recognition, inspiration, and just overall sort of like cheerful attitude. And I highly recommend this for anyone born with their natal Jupiter in detriment or fall, which is Virgo, Gemini, and Capricorn. If your natal Jupiter is in the dark house, 6th, 8th, or 12th. If it squares Saturn, opposes Saturn, it could be the candle for you. Thank you for listening. So let's talk about the Jupiter Cazimi. Like I said, I call this the luckiest day in May. It's exact at 2:45 p.m. on May 18th. So make a wish. But it's felt, you sort of start to feel it from May 14th until May 20th, which is the day when the Sun leaves Taurus and goes into Gemini. It is very, very strong on May 18th, pretty much the entire day, but specifically from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. Eastern. So if you are in Europe, it will be from like midday, May 18th, until very early in the day, May 19th. And the Cazimi is the moment of the exact conjunction between two planets. Usually when the planet is really close to the Sun, when it's, let's say, within 10 degrees from the Sun, we call it combust, which means it's overpowered by the rays of the Sun. The Sun is so bright that you can't see any other planet next to the Sun. So oftentimes in a chart, this planet is considered to be in a little bit of a weaker position because its will is attached to the Sun. So, that's why sometimes if you're born with Venus-Sun conjunction, you may struggle romantically because, Venus is really close to the Sun. So Venus represents connection and love, and it's important to you. It's very much part of your identity, but because it's combust, Venus doesn't have her own light. She's at the mercy of the Sun. And let's say your Sun is in Aquarius and your Sun really wants to create like change in the community. So relationship matters almost get put on the back burner. That's why I highly recommend for anyone who's born with Venus-Sun conjunction, my Venus in Libra 2 or exalted Venus candles, because those highlight very sort of strong Venus. But when the planet is Cazimi is, some people define it as like within a degree from the Sun. If you want to be a lot more specific, a lot more kind of traditional with your approach than it's when it's the planet between 15 minutes on each side. So about a quarter of the degree. And when the planet is Cazimi, it's in a perfect conjunction to a point that it's almost like, they kind of like sit on top of one another. So the planet is not like burned up by the sun, but it's on the same level as the sun. So Cazimi in astrology is an empowered state for the planet. It's sort of like an equal state. We like to talk about it as like the planet is in the private chambers of the king, and she's getting the message, she's getting reborn, she's getting like a mission. So Jupiter gets its Cazimi once a year. So once a year we get this like opportune time to make a wish, to focus on growth, to focus on like new beginnings in our life. And this one is quite interesting because Jupiter is about to go into Gemini. So if we're thinking of this as the planet gets a message, the message one might assume has to do with like, okay, you've created stability, you've focused on material abundance, you maybe worked really hard on something. Time to change, time to shift, time to explore multiple possibilities. So go forth and prosper is the message of the sun, I think, to this Jupiter. The conjunction happens at 28 degrees, 18 minutes of Taurus. I'm just going to take a sip. So you're likely to feel it the strongest if you have planets from 25 to 29 degrees of fixed signs. And those are Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. And, you will still feel it harmoniously if you have planets from 25 to 29 degrees of Capricorn and Virgo, or Pisces and Cancer, because those make trine and sextile to Taurus. So many, most people will feel it, but those people will feel it especially strongly. And what's interesting is also on the same day we get Venus-Uranus conjunction. And Venus-Uranus conjunction is very open-minded, very eye-opening, very like freedom-loving, exciting energy. So not only it's Jupiter and the Sun together, but it's also Venus and Uranus together. Everything is happening in Taurus. May is just like the Taurus month this year. I'm curious, have you been feeling like lots of gifts and abundance, or have you been feeling that Aries energy is quite dominant? Because another thing that's also happening at this time is Mars conjoins the North Node, right? So we have really strong potential for like good luck and abundance, but we also have a little bit of like irritating energy, and a lot will depend where does Taurus fall for you versus where Aries falls for you. So I think if you are a cardinal rising sign, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, you might be feeling Aries a little bit more. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't know why, but I feel so stressed and tense, that might be the Mars North Node conjunction. So watch out and try to lean into Venus a little bit more. So self-care, massages, take good care of yourself, watch a movie, take a nap, try to disperse the stressful energy through maybe doing some like physical work, dance, create, make sculptures, whatever it might be. So Jupiter-Sun conjunction can bring an overall sense of well-being, happiness, and optimism. It can bring you good luck. It can bring opportunities for growth and expansion that involve Jupiterian themes. Writing, travel, education, spirituality, astrology, yoga, meditation, preaching to other people, sharing your wisdom with other people. It can bring, it's still in Taurus, it can definitely bring material gifts like winning a lottery. I've been promising it to people. I still haven't won a lottery, but I definitely know some like Libra risings out there that have gotten student loans forgiven and reimbursed. So for me, in my eyes, that's basically like winning a lottery. But you can definitely receive sort of monetary gifts, returns on investments, a bonus, a raise, a new job that maybe offers you a little bit more like coin in the bank. And of course, lucky encounters, exciting opportunities, new relationships, new investments, beginnings of like fun projects. in general, things that are started around now are more likely to turn out lucky and successful. So I could only recommend that you maybe initiate projects that once again have to do with Taurus, creativity, relationships, food, fashion, beauty, but also those that have to do with Jupiter, travel, education, spirituality, writing, publishing, even like law and fairness can be sometimes connected to Jupiter. And the fact that Venus conjoins Uranus, like I said, could bring an element of surprises here. And Venus-Uranus conjunction also give it like about 3 days before, 3 days after. So from May 15th until May 21st, let's say, it's in the air. So I think that could bring a little bit more of like surprise, sudden. Anything, I think, like, you know, the strong sort of craving and desire for freedom and perhaps inspiration that comes out of it, or a little bit of like friction that also inspires you. Yeah, like I don't know, let's say you like really want freedom and you've been feeling like your romantic relationship is too controlling, your partner is sort of too controlling, and maybe you write a song and you sing it to them and they realize that they shouldn't be as controlling. Or you make a video and it again goes viral and sort of, you know, people get inspired. But very much, I think, like if there ever was a time to invest into something, to go shopping, to like, you know, to take a leap and risk, this would be a good time. And let's break it down for all 12 signs. If you're curious to know more, if you want a personal reading with me, a deeper dive into your chart, a look at transits coming up, book a reading on my website, anastasia.astrology.com. And I'm going to take a look at the signs, but we've been talking about Taurus ever since April when I made the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction video, so highly recommend you go check that out. I'll provide a link for that if I don't forget. I'll try not to forget. I'll make a note. But you know, we've been talking about it, so it's sort of like similar themes. So I would highly recommend you check out the other videos I made so that you very much kind of like know more about this, because I think I'm just gonna like touch on the main topics. If you are an Aries rising, Jupiter Cazimi occurs in your second house, and this is of course a continuation of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, of Uranus Cazimi. And it brings focus to your house of finances and values. And it's a great time to take a risk. It's a great time to buy a stock, to invest. But of course, don't do like reckless things, right? Like I would never recommend that you just like put all of your savings. But if it's something that you've been researching, if it's been something like you've been looking into, it's a really great time to take a bet. And to take a bet on yourself even more. Invest in yourself, right? Like invest in your education, sign up for a class, sign up for like a course of study if you're thinking about changing careers. Learn about how to run a business, right? Like Jupiter is very much about wealth, but a lot of times it's like wealth that comes from inner confidence and a feeling of the job well done. So it's a great time for sure for taking financial action, like asking for a raise, asking for a promotion, applying for loans, buying stocks. But it's also a great time for like building your confidence, investing in yourself, boosting yourself, and like kind of working on creating inner abundance as much as outer abundance. Let me know how this resonates, and if you want to know more, book a reading on my website, Anastasia.astrology.com. If you are a Taurus rising, Jupiter Cazimi is happening in your first house. So this is the most embodied Jupiter Cazimi, right? It gives you the energy of the sun, visibility, and the energy of Jupiter, teacher, guru, sage, wise person, and it unites the two. So it's very much a lovely time for showing up as Jupiter, as a teacher, as a mentor, as a guide, as a judge, as a person who helps other people reach their goals, as a person who helps other people figure out fairness. You're likely to feel more cheerful, more optimistic, and it's a great time to start new projects, especially projects that involve you sharing your style, you sharing your story, you sharing your, body, what your body can do. Let's say you're a yoga teacher. So a lovely time to invest in yourself, to focus on growth, to start new projects, to once again like step into the spotlight and embody a role and like sort of a character that other people look up to. Let me know how this resonates, and if you want to know more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. If you are the lovely Gemini rising, there's a Jupiter Cazimi in your 12th house, and we're building up on the topics of Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, of Uranus Cazimi, so if you haven't seen those videos, definitely check them out. But this is all about your house of spirituality, mental health. And so on a spiritual level, this could be the time you get some kind of breakthroughs, right? There's a possibility of getting breakthroughs the entire May, but I think May 13th with Uranus Cazimi, May 18th are especially strong. So, you know, with Jupiter being in your 12th house, there's a chance that you have gone through some situations outside of your control, that you have been maybe in darker places and you have learned through it. And so on a spiritual level, I think this transit can bring a lot of healing, and it can also invite you to tap into your resources to do work that heals other people, that guides other people. You're like getting in touch with your imagination. You're investing into spirituality, astrology, tarot, imaginative, creative work, and you're basically taking a leap of faith. You're getting ready to like bet on yourself and commit to yourself. So I quite like this. I think it's beautiful for like, you know, kind of reaching new heights, and I think finding more freedom, releasing things that are limiting you, and getting more in touch with your true desires. Let me know how this resonates, and if you want to know more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. If you are a Cancer rising, Jupiter conjoins the Sun in your 11th house. This is beautiful. 11th house is the house of joy for Jupiter. So you've had Jupiter in the house of social media, community, networking, friendships for a full year. And this is like a big oomph, pa-boomph, to-da-doomph. It's exciting, right? Jupiter Cazimi in the 11th could bring a fulfillment of a dream. 11th house represents dreams. It represents networks. It represents opportunities coming your way through a friendship. It's a great time to invest into a friendship, to start a podcast together with a friend, to start teaching, to sort of unite with your community, to become a leader, a guide, a mentor, to start sort of social media accounts, start new projects. The success is almost a guarantee here. Of course, nothing is ever 100% guarantee, but it's easier at this time. You feel supported, you feel connected, and you're really good, I think, at manifesting right now, especially if your intentions are honorable and noble. If you want to improve the world around you, if you want to help people in your community, if you want to bring knowledge, let's say, to people who crave it. So, I'm sorry, I'm like feeling a hair, but I don't know where it is. It's on my arm. It's really lovely for, like, once again, starting partnerships with friends, reaching out to friends, asking for help, because people will kind of rally around you. Let me know how this resonates, and if you want to know more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. If you are a Leo rising, Jupiter Cazimi happens in your 10th house, and we're continuing on the themes started with Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in April, Uranus Cazimi. But this one has a bit more of like a lucky energy and opportune timing, divine timing, right? If we're looking here, we're looking at your house of career, your house of status and reputation. And so unique encounters, people reaching out to you. You run into someone at laundromat and they turn out to be a big boss at a company you're trying to get into. You're maybe getting a chance to start a business, to step into the spotlight, to get recognition. I keep sort of thinking of this like it's the time to bet on yourself. It's the time to invest in yourself. So starting projects that put you in the spotlight, that allow you more kind of visibility, that kind of allow you to share your knowledge is quite likely here. Just a second. Like sometimes ideas come to me as I'm talking and I sort of have to pause. But the more, the more kind of generous you are, the more high-minded, the more kind you are, the more likely good opportunities will find you. So let me know how this resonates. And as always, if you're curious for more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. If you are a Virgo rising, there's a Jupiter Cazimi in your 9th house, the place of education, travel, writing, legal matters, publishing, the place of growth, the place of expansion. Those things can definitely play their part, right? Like getting a book deal, getting an opportunity to teach, getting an opportunity to empower people, influence people, help people open their minds, right? You could be at a job that has nothing to do with teaching, but you're getting to shape the future sort of generations of people coming to work at the company you work at. Or you're getting to share the knowledge on autism with people because you have a child with autism. There is a lot of kind of possibilities. Good luck that involves travel, winning a ticket to like go to France, for example, meeting people that are quite powerful, investing in yourself, right? Like investing into becoming a teacher, expanding your horizons. And I think the universe is very much supportive of you right now. So anything you have in mind, anything you want to share with other people, you're more likely to find the audience for it. Let me know how this resonates. How has all of this Jupiter, Uranus, Taurus action been for you? I'd love to know. And if you're curious for more, if you're craving more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. If you are the lovely Libra rising, Jupiter conjoins the Sun in your 8th house. And here the luck comes from joining forces with other people, opening a joint bank account with your significant other, starting a partnership, reaching out to people for help, volunteering, offering financial advice or getting financial advice. Your partner or significant other or people in your life can be getting benefits. They can, I keep saying this, but it's still a possibility until the 25th of May, but like they can win a lottery, right? They can get an inheritance and you're kind of profiting through them. There could be important breakthroughs on an intimate level, on a deeper sort of sexual, but it's even deeper than sexual sort of, raw, true connection in relationships is all a possibility here. Like a chance to invest into healing work, invest into, guiding people through difficult times in whatever shape and form it's possible. You are kind of sharing some knowledge maybe with other people. You're helping other people via sharing your challenging experiences. So both possibilities for financial gains, returns on investment, some kind of loan forgiveness, as well as like more hidden, private, but also eye-opening relationship experiences and healing, quite likely. Let me know how this resonates. How has May been? Have you already seen these things happen? I'm very curious. And as always, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com, if you want to know more. If you are a Scorpio rising, Jupiter conjoins the Sun in your 7th house, and this is all about love, relationships, partnerships, your partner's life, right? Opportunities for growth, expansion, new beginnings, good luck. If you want to manifest a relationship, now is the time. Think happy thoughts. Write down step by step who you want to bring into your life. Light a candle. Exalted Venus is my choice for you. But yeah, lighting a candle, meditating, calling, business abundance, not financial necessarily, business, romantic, marriage, parenthood, those kind of things can be coming into your life. Teachers may be coming into your life. Encounters, like you're very blessed at this time with people around you. So even if it's not romantic, you can very much attract the right website designer, the right accountant, the right teacher. It's really up to you and like what you can envision. Let me know how this resonates. And if you want to know more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. If you are a Sagittarius rising, Jupiter Cazimi happens in your 6th house of work, health, service. pets. So if you're thinking of getting a pet, now is the time. If you're thinking of investing your energy into something, if you're thinking of manifesting better health, this is the time. This is the time to find a new doctor, to ask your friends for recommendations. This is the time to, reach out to people if you need like a nanny or if you need a cleaning person. I know that's not necessarily super like glamorous and exciting, but there could be opportunities for like expansion professionally. If you're looking for a new job, if you're looking for a job that maybe compensates you better and like puts you in the spotlight more, finding ways to be a healer, to be a doctor, to upgrade your career, right? To add more elements of like teaching, guiding, mentoring are all possibilities here. As well as, I think, doing work that is helping people in need, right? And some kind of like breakthroughs around in that area. Like if you're a doctor, maybe you hear of a new medicine that helps your patients. If you are a mother, maybe you're finding a specialist who can help your child like deal with their monetary skills, sensors, I don't know, the ones that have to do with grabbing onto things, like if your kid is really young and maybe struggling. So opportunities, I think, to like innovate, revolutionize your work, your health, the way you serve other people, and your pet. Maybe your pet is getting an upgrade. That's a possibility too. Please let me know how this resonates, and if you're curious to know more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. If you are a Capricorn rising, Jupiter Cazimi happens in your 5th house. Good luck, expansion, growth, lucky projects, lucky new beginnings that involve children, romance, fun, self-expression. Pregnancy is a possibility, especially if you're someone who's been trying, right? May has a few of these like windows of opportunity. This is definitely one of them. So pregnancy with a child, pregnancy with a creative idea, a chance to take a hobby to the next level, a chance to sell your screenplay, a chance to do work that brings you more joy, to take your maybe love for travel and turn it into a full-time job is very much a possibility. A new relationship, but also a better relationship with yourself, more kind of chill attitude, allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to have fun, allowing yourself to believe that what you want is truly possible. So I really like this. It could mean financial gains, right? Jupiter does rule your 3rd house, not really. I thought it was your 2nd house for a second, but no. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. But maybe it's, Pisces is the 3rd house. Maybe it's taking your knowledge and putting it to work, becoming like a teacher, a guide, that kind of stuff I can see here. Let me know how this resonates, and if you want to know more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. Now, if you are an Aquarius rising, Jupiter Cazimi occurs in your 4th house. So lucky opportunities, growth that involve real estate, property, home, and family. If you've had difficulty in your family, if there were some kind of tensions and disagreements and challenges, maybe this brings a chance to reconnect, a chance to make amends, right? Maybe there is a lucky real estate opportunity. If you've been trying to sell your home, you sell it. Trying to buy a home, you buy it. If you've been trying to expand your home, you find a construction person who's willing to take it, right? I'm like, what is it called? On a deeper level, kind of chances to create more stability, more peace in your life. And that could come through learning astrology, that could come through deeper self-understanding, maybe some kind of healing conversations, maybe understanding that your family is not your biological family at this point, but you have built a really strong community of people you can lean on. Anything like that, just like sort of a sense of breakthroughs and opportunities, but also a really great time to invest in real estate, to invest in updating your home and making changes in your home. Let me know how this resonates. If you've already experienced things like that, I'd love to know. And if you want to know more, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. Last but not least, if you are a Pisces rising, there's a Jupiter Cazimi in your 3rd house, and your mind is sparkly and excited, right? Like 3rd house is a lot of things. 3rd house is your everyday life. It's your thoughts, it's your neighbors, it's your communication, it's your writing, it's your skills, hobbies, interests. So Jupiter Cazimi opens new possibilities. It opens new opportunities. So a chance to update your schedule, maybe bring more freedom into your schedule, maybe bring an element of education into your life, right? Like learning, but also possibly teaching, starting a business, right? Starting kind of dedicating a lot of your attention to passion projects and to things that you like enjoy, starting a writing project, communication, healing, Reiki, influencing other people, new ideas, new relationships. I think connections with siblings and neighbors, both professionally, as in maybe they bring you an exciting idea and you start a partnership together, but also personally, maybe you befriend a neighbor and you start to feel like a better sense of belonging. 3rd house rules short trips. It rules your transportation, people you meet and how you get places and how you travel. So lucky encounters that lead to starting a business, that lead to maybe even some kind of romantic development are all possible here. So 3rd house is definitely a big place. Like, you know, there's so many possibilities. It could mean like a sibling experiencing something, or it could mean you meeting someone, or it could mean you starting a business, or it could really be about like investing in some kind of technology, starting a YouTube channel, starting a blog, starting to do work that is connected to your interests. So please let me know how this resonates. If you want to know more, you know where to find me, Anastasia.astrology.com. That's my website. That's my name. Don't wear it out. But you can always book a reading. You can always ask me questions. Please leave a comment. Be nice. I really appreciate all of your sweet comments, and I'm not even joking. They like make me smile. They make my day. They sometimes even encourage new video ideas or new professional sort of ideas. So I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you appreciate my work. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.